Hey everyone, welcome to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 7th of October 2025. You know what that means. In 3 short days, the Navy Privy American Silver Eagle is going to drop, and we're going to be live streaming that this Friday, 10/10/2025 at 11:40 a.m. And we did give some new information out about the United States Mint's virtual waiting room. Do not miss this video. It is important. It explains how the United States Mint actually gets us in line before the noon drop and after the noon drop. So please check that out. Also, we're going to be checking out some of the prices for the laser engraved American Silver Eagle. You won't believe those are being snatched up pretty quickly here. And they're definitely, in my opinion, condition rarity, and we'll show you that over on PCGS. Also, we're going to be bumping over to NGC for some special issue submission instructions for the Navy Privy, as well as the limited edition silver proof set. Now, before that, though, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's actually a really big number. You can look it up on the Google machine. It is ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, let's bounce over to moneymetals.com. I can show you those live spot prices. So it looks like a mixed bag of flatness this morning here. So gold's down 9.25 to 39.64.80. Silver down 28 cents to 48.44. Platinum down 11.15 to 16.24 to 45. Palladium, however, is up, as well as Dr. Copper. Palladium's at 13.43.30, and Dr. Copper's up 2 pennies to 5.06 per pound. Down here, you're looking at in stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $7.39 for a quantity of 1 through 39. They'll ask that you pay $55.83. So why do you suppose, folks, the United States American Silver Eagle here, the bullion strike, actually has a higher premium? I think we were at $6.89 for quite some time this year, and then bam, out of the blue, they raised it to $7.39 just last week. Incredible news, right? That's quite something. Now over here to the United States Mint's product schedule. There it is. This is a big week in numismatics here. This is the United States Navy American Eagle 1-ounce silver proof coin out of San Francisco, California. And I think this is the one that really counts as the very last American Silver Eagle going to be struck at San Francisco, California. Now, we don't know what's going on with the United States Mint for next year because, well, if you go down here to the bottom of the 2025 releases, we're not looking at 2026 just yet. But when we do find out, we may just indeed find out that there's going to be no more American Silver Eagles struck in San Francisco, at the San Francisco Mint in California. Now, what we could see, all right, we could see the Privy Mark American Silver Eagle struck there. Maybe not necessarily the San Francisco proof, but maybe they've got something up their sleeve. So we can't say for sure, but it's most likely that this is going to be the last one. And I had some question whether or not the limited edition silver proof set's going to be the last one American Silver Eagle struck at that California Mint facility. But really, I believe it is the Navy Privy Mark. Now let's keep on keeping on. This one has a mintage of 100,000. It's $105. That's the Army, right? That came out on Friday the 13th. That was an incredible drop. The next thing that came out was the laser engraved. And I got to tell you, folks, this laser engraved American Silver Eagle, if we compare that with the Army Privy, look at this. I mean, we're looking at 133 submissions just for the baseline here. 82 plus the 6, you've just got about 90 and 44. That's about 66% of these coins with the laser privy are sub-proof 70. That is incredible, folks. That's worse than the Denver Morgan from 2021. And then we look here at the Army Privy. Yeah, out of the, let's see, 500 submitted, 388 are sub-proof 70. And look at this. This Army Privy here was a 63. I don't know. Was it a parking lot American Silver Eagle? Somebody just picked up? What is going on there? Not even sure. I'd love to see pictures of that. If it was on eBay, that would be outstanding. But yeah, I do believe that the Army Privy Mark and the Laser Privy Mark, especially the laser, is definitely something we need to keep an eye on. And I think people are already seeing that online. In fact, let me go here and find out just the ratio here. So we're going to look at the Army Privy right under these numbers. I'm just going to go, out of the 500, right? So I'm going to put here 10, 398. I'm going to put 400 out of 499. That's easily, I mean, look at that. That's a lot, right? So we're going to go 400 into 499, and we're just going to look at this total right here. Yeah, 80% of the base Army Privy are sub-proof 70. That is incredible. That's condition rarity. And why do you suppose this year, out of all, did PCGS get more strict on their grading, or did the United States Mint get, well, less strict with their quality control? I think maybe, just maybe, it's a little bit of both, and I think that helps out the coin community, and not necessarily if you got one of those ones that were sub 70, that's a bummer in the summer for sure. But it definitely does a lot for the value of these particular coins. And there are opportunities to pick these up on the secondary market. Now, obviously, in the beginning, when the Army Privy Marks were doing pre-sale, they were about $250, $300 max. But nowadays, each and every single one of them in a proof 70 is at least $300. It is quite incredible. Let's keep on keeping on. Now, this is one that's dropping tomorrow. This is a Navy Privy, $105, mintage limit of 100,000. And I think our source said that there was 84,000 of these available, meaning the United States Mint dropped not 10% to the bulk buyers, but about 12 to 13,000 to the bulk buyers. So yeah, there's going to be about 84,000 of those, 82,000, somewhere in that range for the general public to pick up on this Friday. And remember, when you're at the live stream and you're getting flustered and you can't get into the waiting room and you got that 10-minute window to complete your purchase, just smell the flower, breathe in deeply, and then blow out the candle. It's going to be a hectic day. You know it will be. And if you have employed a friend or two, hey, congratulations for being, kind of, well, resourceful, right? Now let's go here to NGC. This came out on 10/3/2025, just 4 days ago now. It says here, special labels and designations for the 250th anniversary U.S. Navy American Eagle 1-ounce silver proof coin. This is going to be a big deal. Again, all these military privy marked American silver eagles are a big deal. And the question I have is, are these going to be condition rarity too, or has the United States Mint got its act together? It says the 250th anniversary U.S. Navy American Eagle will be available for sale October 10, 2025. That's this Friday, folks. It's already Tuesday. And NGC is offering attractive certification options. Now it says here, special submission instructions must be followed. See the submission instructions section of this article, and we'll just go right down there to the special instructions. Submit coins under the more modern grading tier and or higher. First day with the new tongue. And then coins do not need to be submitted in the U.S. Mint packaging, and that's exactly the opposite right here. Now, this is the limited edition silver proof set from 2025, product limit 25,008, and I'd sure like to know how many the bulk purchasers are getting of this bad boy right here. This will be coming out on November 6th. That's less than a month away. That's less than a month away. Now, here we go to NGC. We've talked about this before. This was posted. Wait a minute. This was posted in the future. No, this was posted in 2024. Why am I in the wrong one? Oh, yeah, because they haven't got out with the news about this yet. But this is pretty standard, right? I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? Am I time machine? Where's H.G. Wells? All right, so here we go. What's interesting, and they could have this actually be the rule for this submission as well. But this is not necessarily set in stone because it's last year's, but here's the special submission instructions. Submit coins under the modern grading tier or higher. The 2024 S limited edition silver proof sets must be received in the sealed mint shipping box to receive the limited edition set designation, because it's a matrimony. It's the marriage of two sets, the silver proof sets without the clad proof coins, as well as the San Francisco American Silver Eagle. So somebody who might be a little nefarious or little on the side of the shady tree, they could be like, well, let's just put the best ones we can together from those two sets. Now it says here, all coins submitted must be graded. Oh my goodness. I've submitted coins to PCGS in a like in an uncirculated set, and I set the whole uncirculated set and said only grade these coins. But it looks like that may not be the option this time. If you'd like to mint packaging and returned, which if it has a clamshell, yeah, you want that return mint packaging option for sure, no doubt about it. Now check this out. This is for the Navy Privy that's coming out right here in the U.S. Navy American Eagle. Look at the options here for these two particular coins for the general public. All right, you've got here the label options of the military 250th anniversary, as well as the San Francisco cable car. And if it was me personally, I would probably associate it with the military, and it's too bad there aren't more options. However, if you are a bulk submitter and put a lot of coins in their submission in your submission, you might be able to actually design, or at least tell them how to design a military label. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be cool? And then finally, this year we have the United States Marine Corps privy mark, and that comes out November 10th, which is 1 month from this Friday, right? So that's kind of a big deal. And remember, this is out of Philadelphia, and we did show you the Navy privy video. Check this out. It says Navy right there. But if you go here and you flip it over, that, my friend, is a W mint mark. So did they make the same mistake on the Philadelphia? Well, let's find out here. And there it says W also, and that's a Marine Corps. So I don't know what the mint is doing, but it's not, well, it's, at least they're consistent with their with their boo-boos, right? I mean, they got that going for them. I think that's pretty amazing. Now let's bump over here. I've talked about these coins a lot so far this year, and why not, right? These are really special coins this year. So I've got here 2025 American Eagle Proof Privy, and I haven't selected the Navy, the Army, or the Laser Engraved, or the Marine Corps, anything like that. I've got here sold listings, completed listings under ended recently, and I got to tell you, I have found something really incredible. So let's go ahead and type in laser. There's 93 options, and out of 240 listings here on this one page, 93 of them are laser. If I put in U.S. Army, oops, didn't do that right. It's 91, and then if I put Navy, all right, we have 59. So clearly, the laser engraved are the ones that are selling, and these are sold, folks. Laser, laser. 93. All right. So that's what's going down. Now, if I go to the top of the page where I just was, hello, nice to see you again. Look at this. This is a CAC Proof 70 Deep Cameo. 26 bids for $212. Somebody scored big. I mean, I've already showed you the I've already showed you what's going on as far as the grades on these. About 66% of them, right, are under proof 70. I mean, that's just incredible. And I think that makes this a sleeper hit, no doubt in my mind. That is going to be the laser privy. There's one $302, first day of issue. There's another laser. Look at this. I'm telling you, look at this. The most recent listings, laser, 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 laser. expired. You see that commercial? 319, that's for the laser privy, right? 370 for the Army. The Army's the one that is doing the strongest out of all of them. 416, 419. We still haven't got to the laser again. That's Navy. That's Army. That's Army there, 239. And remember, that's a proof 69. That's what these are selling for, raw and in a 69 format. And you're going to find a lot of those in a 69. We already talked about that, 239. And I think people are just happy to get one example, right? And I just wonder about the toning on these, or the condition with the milk spots and that sort of thing. I mean, what makes these, a proof 63, or what makes these a proof 68, or even 67 or 66? Look at this, 219. And look, we're still on yesterday's date, October 6th. And that's Navy Privy, 249. There's a Navy Privy, 249. There's the anniversary Silver Eagle from, what's it say here? Navy, 429. Look at that one. An annex holder. And I think this is brilliant to keep the packaging with it. And that's Navy, because we can tell the color there. Silver Eagle S, Navy, 438. West Point Proof, that's the United States Army, 449 Army. And here we go back to the laser engraved again. Look at that. Somebody is scoring. We saw the prices for the Proof 69 Army. Looks like 220, 219, $100 less. That is genius. Who's ever snatching those up at that price, I think they're really onto something there. Kudos to you for figuring that out. Look at this, 125, same as the 69 grade there. That's what we typically say. Oh, look at that. That's a Soaring Eagle privy. That's 58.95. That's bullion, parentheses, and the P right there. Yep, 378 there for the first release for the laser engraved privy. That's not a bad price. There's another 69 in the laser engraved. So think about this. People are snatching up these laser engraved privies for $124, $150, and that's 70. I mean, that is incredible. That really is quite something. 309 there. 225 Army Privy, and so on and so forth. The Laser Privy 69 for 183. What did I say for that proof 70 was again? Dang it. I should probably, here we go. I don't think it was 150 or 180. My bad. My apologies. 378 there. Like I said, I think these are really special coins. These laser engraved are very much, I can't even, I don't even know what I'm looking at. 132. That's the price basically of a graded congratulations set, maybe even less than the West Point Proof American Silver Eagle. That is incredible. So let's keep on keeping on. We'll go to the next one here on eBay here and show you what's going on here. I have here laser engraved there. 2025 American Eagle Proof, all right, out of, and just, these are the newly listed ones, all right, laser engraved here, all right, laser engraved there, U.S. Army, laser engraved. So it looks like Army and laser engraved are the ones really taking the spotlight right now. In particular, the laser engraved. It is remarkable. It really is quite something. Now, let's go to the plus ones. I've yammered for a little bit too long here this morning. I got stuff to do. I got to get out of here. This is Psalm 51, number 8. It says, "Behold, the truth which you desire is in the concealed parts, and in the covered part is the wisdom that you teach me." Now, I believe what this means is that the part of us that perceives truth and wisdom is kept hidden by thick layers of physical desire, because most everything in this world is a total distraction meant to separate us from the Lord above. And I think I got, what's funny about that is I think I got too much separation here. No, I guess not. I didn't have too much separation there. Here we go. From the Lord above. That's right. So isn't that something? So you got to stay focused on what's important and not get distracted by some things in this world that aren't necessarily of the Lord, I would think. Now, let's go here to 395 99.9 KOI and Coin News Radio. This is Led Zeppelin, Since I've Been Loving You, off album number 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's a great song. Fantastic song. Kind of sad, kind of bluesy, but it's kind of cool too at the same time. Nice long song. I think it's like 7 minutes. And track time, 7:24. Good stuff. Now, with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. I also want to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to the people that showed up at the bead auction, or at least bin last night. Really do appreciate each and every single one of you for your support. Had some really awesome people in there. Thank you all. Now, like I said, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Oh, and by the way, we're trying something new on the giveaway, or not the giveaway, on this upcoming Friday's stream for the drop. So hopefully you'll dig it there. I'm trying to give out some stickers with some trivia to kind of fill up some of the time. And also, I think something else we're going to do that's special too as well. But we'll see how it works out. Y'all have a great rest of your Taco Tuesday. Stacker out.